हेलो बच्चों। तो कैसे हैं आप लोग। तो आज का हमारा टॉपिक हाउ टू राइट सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के बारे में है। तो वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। हाउ टू राइट सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन। इमेजिन you are join a new company as a software engineer. As the team lead asks you to debug an old code base, the kicker you don't know the dependencies, test cases, or context behind it because there's no written documents to assist you. Therefore, mandating software engineering documentation at every level is one of the best ways to bridge this gap, enrich knowledge bases, and improve collaboration. So, let's review how to write software engineering documentation and a few best practices. Understanding software documentation. Software engineering documentation is the best process of organizing and storing technical information for future reference and collaboration for progress reports and research. Papers to SOP, APIs, users manual, and code workthoughts. This comprehensive set of internals and user documentation ensures that all stakeholders from developers, the clients have easy access to essential information about the softwares in questions. Additionally, thoughts technical documentation supports efficient communications and aligns teams during the software development process. The importance and purpose of the software documentations. As tech stack grows in complexity, technical documentation becomes essential for seamless teamwork and smart decisions making. Many developers consider software documentations importance of easy the onboarding process of new team members, ensuring that they can access project information independently and get up to speed faster. This is why teams find software documentation important for streamlining communications and collaboration. It ensures workflows, efficiency, and boosts productivity. Clear process documentations help teams navigate complex projects without unnecessary confusions. For engineering, contributing to software engineering documentation to become an essential part of their responsibilities. Companies rely on this documentation for knowledge base creation, act as the central repository of all data and processes within a company, which act as a single source of truth for stakeholders. As well maintains knowledge base save time and resources, improve collaboration, enables the free sharing of ideas and discussions, fostering a collaboration environments that thrives without silos or fragmented. Faster onboarding speed up the onboarding process by allows new employees to inform decisions making providers bottlenecks. So it's easiest to make informed choices about extending or implementing a new system. Better compliance standards simplifies audits and ensures compliance with various industry standards and regulations by rigorously maintaining technical documentations. Of course, creating and maintaining this documentation is now of the most important considerations in any software companies. Any tools such as ClickUps can help you do this. If you want to write documentations efficiently, leveraging is tools right can make the huge differences in quality and speed. ClickUp, the productivity platforms, offers immersive software engineering documentations, features, and vast storehouse of templates and to make software engineering documentation and project management a piece of cake. Types and examples of software documentations. As you probably know, technical documentations comes in many forms. You can categorize the types of software engineering documentations: dependency analysis level technicals know how to intend readers and goals. As the popular types the technical documentations, software engineers and creators the monitor software's development documentations. Software engineers are expected to document all the technical details of a project. Managers use these data points to modify and create pipelines, allowing all teams to be on the same page. While most engineers choose to be as detailed as possible, some may choose different software's most methodology, such as agile documentation philosophy. To create a category includes architecture documentations, test cases, the planner meeting notes, how to document and incident response plans. Source code documentations. Source code documentation is the one of the most popular types of software documentations, catering to co-workers and new software developers who might take over the project. Source code documentation explain the purpose and relationships of codes, their ideal behavior and designs patterns that might be found with the code modules. You can extend the source code explanations with thought work that describe how code reviews should work, standard and requirements documentations, implementing a consistent documentation development standards is how to stay on tracks with deadlines and prevents productivity loss with functional specifications like standard and requirements. Document software engineers can lay out plans in advance to maintain systems integrity, thought out the projects, the technical requirements. Docs should explain the scope and dependencies of the project early on, which would prevent would sprint. Since these docs act as blueprint for the entire software development process, you might try function specification templates to save time on formatting. For example, the ClickUp systems requirements templates helps you note down all the systems requirements for the other project. Go to smoothly is that impact easy to use and help teams stay in sales. With these templates, you can add a start here page to bring readers up to speed. Added items, residues, and notes related to the project to prevent scope creep, and tables to include new requirements and attach files. Create a requirements brief at the top to tie everything to the software development lifecycle. API documentations. Unlike the previous types of software documentations, which are intended for the software's development team, is one of the external parties such as vendors and customer application programming interface. API documentations offers information on how to use API with their system's API reference guides, which lists API methods, parameters, samples requires and authentications guides are part of this. Release documentations. Lastly, release documentations track features and bug fix over time. When software engineers will write details release notes, they help customers understand changes over time and help them set up new versions. How to write an effective software engineering documentations. Documenting technical process can feel daunting, but breaking it into manageable steps make it easier to write documentations but that it's both comprehensive and easy to follow. Effective process documentations help keep everyone's on track and aligns with project goals, ensuring that the software documentations process software's long-term success, research, and plans. Before drafting, do some preliminary research. This is your chance to gather relevant information and outlines the software engineering documentations. Start by checking existing resource related to your project. Reviews previous documentations, analyzed available data is plans to yours want to processed. Here's a checklist to help you out. Deliverables and deadlines. Know the types of software documentation you're aiming for. The end the submission is due and estimate a realistic writing timeline. Materials. Make a note of the resources you already have. This step will help you identify reference materials and highlights areas where you need more information. Objectives. Define your goals. What do you want to achieve with these documents? Who is your leader? Readers. We will these documentations help them get clarity on these questions too. Make the content helpful for other and users. Identify any software documentation tools you might need. This could be some useful resources you found online, a templates you want to follow, or one AI writing tool you wish to use. Make a list of this so you can quickly access them later. Define the structure. The next step is to create the structure and layout of the documents. Tailor your approach based on your industry and target audience, and review any relevant organizations standards that may influence the formats. You should adopt. Usability should be your key focus. Ensure the technical documents is easy for other engineers to navigate. Are you ready to build a software documentation and knowledge base for your company? Sign up, click up today. Okay friends, see more next video. Take care, bye.